Hi, this is the walkthrough for the market posts. So when you get the link, you'll be directed to this page. You hit use template and that will bring you into your own Canva account. And once you are in here, the best thing to do is to head over to File and make a copy. And you just want to do that in case you make mistakes and you want to start from scratch but you can't remember what it looked like. This will ensure that you always have that original copy on your home page to just refer back to or to start again. Once you've done that, you are good to go. So you just want to go ahead and change everything up to match your the month of your stats or just your city and the look that you want. So I'm going to show you quickly how to change certain things about these templates just to make sure that they match your brand fully. And the first thing is, obviously this is an icon of Toronto, so if you're not in Toronto, you can go ahead and just delete that, or head over to Elements, type in City, and I'm just going to make sure that the filter is on free. So depending on whether you have a free or pro account, you'll have different options. And if you don't like any of these that are provided, you can find your own online somewhere else and then import it. Or you can be creative and start looking up things like market or numbers or stats, and then whatever pops up you might want to use. So I like this guy. I'm just going to use him just to show you what it would be like. So once you've selected the icon that you want, you can always head over to the color palette and then change it to whatever color you'd like to use. I'm just going to use a gray just so it doesn't stand out too much. But he looks kind of fun, so I'm going to leave him there. And then here's where you'd put the name of your city, you would change the month, and of course if you want to change the font, you just highlight all the text in the box and then head over to the font box and just choose your brand font or any font that you'd like. So this is where you do that. You can change the color by highlighting the font and then heading over to the color palette and then changing it to what you want. Also, just to be clear, this is an overlay. So if you want to change the color of this overlay, you can head over to the color palette and just change it. Let's change it to something nice and pretty like a pink. That looks really good. And then here's where you would change the photo. So I've just selected photos directly from Canva, but if you would like to bring in your own photos, you can definitely do that. Just upload them and then pop them into the box. So I'm just going to type in blurry city. I like when photos are blurry behind stats because they're not distracting. So I'm just going to choose one that I like. Maybe this one. This is a pro photo, so if you only have a free account, you will be limited as to which ones you can use. But I'm just showing you how you can go pro again. I just want to show you how if you hover the image over the box, it pops into place. So you don't have to go through the process of trying to figure out how to put the image in there. All you have to do is grab your own image and it will pop into place. If you don't like the way that it sits in the box, you double click that and then you can move it around in the box and then just move your overlay back to its original position when you're happy with the way that that looks. This is just a placeholder for your own logo. So the same thing applies for this box. If you have your own logo, let's see if I have a. So if you have your own logo, you just upload it to Canva. It'll look like this. You take it, you grab it, and then you hover it over the box and it'll pop into place. So you don't have to worry about sizing it. Of course, if you want to make it bigger or smaller, you drag it from the corners until you're happy with the way that it looks. Okay. Anything is editable in this template, so if you're not happy with the colors, the font, the size, go ahead and change it. This is an overlay as well. So as you can see, there's a decorative border here. What you're going to want to do is pull that down so you can access the color underneath and then change it to whatever color you'd like and then just move that overlay back into place. You can change the color of this border as well. So if I wanted it to be something like that. And then this is where you would just change all the information to whatever info that you need. So we have detached, semi-detached. We've only included photos on the darker slides, and that's intentional because when you put it in your grid, when you upload them to Instagram and they're on your grid, it can be distracting if it's photo, 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 photo. But if you like that look, you can go ahead and just move this top square out of the way, head over to Elements, make sure nothing's written in here, and you'll see grids. And then you just click on the grid. Okay, click on the grid, and what that does is it allows you to bring your photo into it, but it's sitting on top of my overlay, so I'm just going to position backward so that I can see the overlay box. Then I'm going to go to Photos and type in Home, and I'm trying to find, well, that one's cute. So let me, again, I'm just going to hover it over into place, and you can't see it right now, but when I go to Transparency and move it down so ever so slightly, so this is where you have to be careful, because if you make it too transparent, it'll be really difficult to read the stats. So that's why I kind of left them off for, that's why I left them off for this, for the lighter slides. But if you like that look, you can go ahead and that's what it would look like, and that's how you can do it. So every slide can have a photo on it if that is something you're interested in. For these, just move it out of the way, then you can access the photo and change it to the one that you'd like. All of this is editable, so you can change anything. If you don't like these icons for whatever reason, you can delete them by, these are all grouped together, that's why you see those dotted lines, so you can move it around as one whole group. That's just to make it easier for you. If you don't need that grouping, just right click on your mouse and then hit this button, ungroup, and it'll ungroup all of these objects, so they're single objects so you can move them around as you see fit. These arrows are arrows that are provided in Canva, so when you select them, there are two colors on these arrows, and you can change them to whatever color you'd like. Some, you might want to change it to red, for example, or even that pink color. Let's say red. You can do that right there. This is your company URL, but you can also put your logo there as well. And then this is the leases one that we've included as well. So if you want to include leases for your city, you have these icons. You have all of these icons in your zip file. So if you want to access these icons, if you need to change the color, you'll have to do that online. And we do have a tutorial. If you go to 4thstreetcreative.com/tutorials, we do have a tutorial to teach you how you can change the PNG files online for free. So if you do need to change these icons to something other than white or gray, then you can do that online. But we do provide a white option and a gray option for you. And all you have to do is upload those into Canva to use them. They are going to be available right here in your design as well. And then these slides are individual stat slides. So we've provided this because you might want to draw attention to a particular stat for the market for that month. So if the average sale price is something that you like to advertise on its own, then you can create a slideshow in Instagram where you're just highlighting specific stats on their own, which is a lot less distracting than, say, a slide that looks like this. So if you want to just draw people's attention to one particular stat, this is the best way to do that, especially if you have a farm area. And of course, these, if you need to change this from up or down, you hit this turny button and you just want to hit, you want to turn that 90 degrees the other way. And I think that is it. When you are happy with how everything looks, you head over to download, and this is where you want to make sure that PNG is selected, but also if you just want to download certain slides, you can select them here. And then whatever amount of slides you want to download, when you're done selecting them, you hit download, and that will save them into a zip folder You unzip that folder, and then you can send yourself the images any way that you normally would, either AirDrop, Dropbox, Google Drive, or even just emailing them to yourself, however you normally do it. And then you're ready to post on Instagram. I hope that that was helpful, and if you need any more help, please feel free to head over to 4thstreetcreative.com/tutorials for our resource library. Happy designing!